Kevin O'Leary is a well-known investor and entrepreneur. In one interview, he shared practical lessons on building wealth, investing wisely, and making better financial decisions. Here are 5 of his biggest takeaways. Many people believe earning more money is the key to becoming wealthy. O'Leary argues that building wealth depends heavily on financial discipline, regardless of how much you earn. He recalls advising a newly divorced billionaire to review every expense from the previous few months. After reviewing her spending, they discovered she was burning through millions of dollars each quarter. His point was simple. If you consistently spend more than you earn, no amount of income is enough. As one long-term investing approach, O'Leary recommends automatically investing about 15% of your income into diversified, low-cost ETFs, while gradually increasing your bond allocation as you get older. He also encourages buying fewer, higher quality items instead of constantly accumulating things you rarely use. According to O'Leary, wealth is built by consistently keeping more of what you earn and putting it to work. O'Leary says one of his greatest investing lessons came from his mother, who quietly built wealth over more than 5 decades. Every week, she invested 20% of her income into dividend-paying stocks and bonds. She never spent the principal, living only from the dividends and interest. Those returns helped pay for her son's education, supported relatives, and contributed to family expenses. She followed 2 simple rules. Never let a single investment exceed 5% of the portfolio, and never let one sector exceed 20%. After seeing the long-term results, O'Leary says he adopted essentially the same approach, with one exception for real estate. He believes disciplined diversification helps protect wealth, while concentrating too much money in one stock or sector can lead to unnecessary losses. O'Leary believes many people buy more house than they can comfortably afford. His rule is straightforward. Your mortgage and housing costs should never exceed 1/3 of your income. When interest rates were low, many buyers stretched their budgets, only to struggle later when mortgage payments increased. For someone who is young, single, and focused on building wealth, O'Leary says he would prioritize investing over buying a home unless the property is generating income. He believes homeownership often makes more sense when starting a family, but not at the expense of consistent investing. According to O'Leary, one of the most important financial decisions you'll ever make is choosing your life partner. Drawing on research for his book and conversations with divorce lawyers, he says financial stress is often a leading cause of divorce. He encourages couples to discuss money openly before marriage and supports prenuptial agreements because they encourage full financial disclosure. His advice is to choose someone who lives within their means, shares your long-term goals, and approaches money with discipline. O'Leary also believes entrepreneurship isn't for everyone. He says success requires risk tolerance, focus, and some luck. While working with Steve Jobs on educational software in the early 1990s, he learned the idea of signal versus noise. Signal is the 3 to 5 priorities that matter most today. Everything else is noise. O'Leary says Jobs fiercely protected his attention, and he believes entrepreneurs such as Elon Musk, and based on interviews, Jeff Bezos, follow similar principles. He argues that one of the most valuable skills an entrepreneur can develop is learning to distinguish between the day's true priorities and distractions. Those were 5 of the biggest takeaways from Kevin O'Leary's interview. If you'd like to watch the full interview, you'll find a link to the original podcast in the description below. Thanks for watching.